20, so to take these guys on and do what we did. And I think we did everywhere, offense, defense, special everything. So it was a big win for us.
Talk about Marvin Ross, because I haven't got to see him. I've been busy myself, but I mean,
he keeps coming up with big plays. I mean, I think that's the one thing when you think about Marvin Ross is, he's gotten 2 interceptions in overtime. Now he got a big interception here when we needed it to kind of seal the game. He just keeps making big plays, and we're putting him in the toughest spot in football. You're putting him in the middle. Right. He's a rookie, and with DJ and Coach Gillespie, we make a lot of different calls. So he has to do a lot of checks and everything. So he's picking everything up. I think getting Joe Powell back and having D-Rob back now for 2 games, these guys are kind of getting used to each other. But Marvin Ross has just made some huge plays for him.
I think he had that strip. At least he was involved in that strip at the end of that half.
Yeah, he probably was. I mean, I wasn't quite sure who had it, but our defense played great tonight. I think we got some big turnovers. We got some big stops on downs that we needed, and we converted on almost every one to the end there. So defense played a great game against the best offense in the league.
Sims catch. Obviously, you heard the crowd. How did it get the players going?
The deep one?
Yeah.
We talked about it all week. It was supposed to be just a little 5-yard out, and they came up and pressed him, so he converted it. And him and Arvell talked all week like, hey, just throw it. Just throw it. Q's got great hands. I mean, he can make some catches out there, and he catches it in traffic too. So. He's really done well here these last 4 years.
There were a lot of 1 and 2 play drives, weren't there? By both teams in that first half.
Well, I think the biggest thing is Philadelphia's defense gambles a lot, and they squat on the routes, they guess on the routes. So going into it, we knew we had to try to take some chances, do some double moves, try to get by. So we knew we were going to go deep a couple times, and hopefully that's why we had a couple quick drives, just because we were trying to run by them. And then they're just explosive on offense, so they just run by it.
Were you anticipating the onside kick?
Yeah, we were.
Okay.
I mean, we actually had, T. Lou, who's our personal protector, we had him up the whole game just because they are so good at onside kicks. So.
Yeah, I thought they were going to try it again there, and they made it like 56.
Yeah, we were expecting it there. We thought they'd give it to us one more time. So, and like I said, they're probably the best team so far this year at getting onside kicks. So we were aware of it the whole time.
So, Steve, how would you sum up this change? You guys were 1 and 4, now 4 in a row. So what was the big change?
I think a little bit of everything. We've been, personnel, we kept making some changes from the beginning. We had a couple guys get injured, some new guys have come in. So I think we had 8 or 9 guys out there tonight that didn't play the first 2 weeks.
Okay.
So we've made a lot of changes, trying to find the right combinations. And a lot of the guys, we've had a few guys that have just practiced for 3, 4, 5 weeks that now they've gotten the chance and have done a good job. So I think it's a little bit of everything. But we have made some changes, and guys that have stepped in have really stepped up and played well.
One of those guys. Talk a little bit more about Quentin Sims. It's hard not to notice what he's been doing for this team.
He's just such a good all-around player. I mean, he makes great catches. The first game he played for us, I think, was at Philly. And we noticed it right away. I think he had 4 or 5 special team tackles. He was all over the field making catches. So he's just that type of player. He's going to come up with the big catch. And he's kind of nice to have because he gives us that red zone toughness that we need. But he also has some good route running, so he's good out in the field too. So he gives us kind of that combination of both of those, which has really been helpful.
Speaking of that last Philly game, started a lot like this one did tonight. What was the difference between being able to stay on top and compared to the last time?
I think we just played a better second half. We came out and we were after halftime. But in the second half, I think we turned the ball over right away. They got a score, and it was just one of those things that they got the lead on us. So we talked at halftime tonight. Hey, let's keep that lead tonight and see how long we can keep this thing going. So the difference was they got the lead right away, and today we kept it.
3 games in a row, Russ has made basically